Good afternoon, everybody. Sompit and Kenny. Well, Sompit's at work. It's Kenny today. Anyhow, I got a project for us today. A couple weeks ago, I said that I had went and bought the material to put a new roof on the back patio. I did that project last weekend. I did say I was going to record it, but I did not. It was so hot, I didn't want to take the time out in the hot sun to mess around with cameras and all that stuff. But the new roof is on the patio. This weekend, the project is to put in a drive-through gate here in the back, which I've already purchased, is sitting right here. I've never done this before. Looks pretty simple. I think the hardest part's going to be digging up this end post right here. But the first plan of attack is we'll get this end post dug up out of here. We'll lay this thing out on the ground, see what measurements we need, figure out where that post needs to go back in, decide whether this post over here is going to come out. But we're kind of winging it as we go, so no real master plan. The roof over there, I'll show you that. See the shingled roof right there on top of the patio. That was that clear plastic stuff, and it was so hot under there you just couldn't stand to be under there, so we took that all off last weekend and replaced it with a standard shingled roof. Okay, so that's the roof project. Done and complete. So basic tools today, I don't think we're going to need a whole lot. I've got a shovel to dig the post up. Of course, we'll need to dig another hole to put that back in. It should have concrete around it. We'll just use the same concrete and bury it hard. 9/16 deep well socket for the brackets. Basically, we'll just pull this fence back off here. We'll do that first, get this post dug up, and then we'll see what we got. So here we go.
This morning I woke up dying to kiss you. Your makeup on my pillows making me miss you. I went from your babe to an ex in 4 hours or less. There goes another one I couldn't get right.
Also, tape measure, pair of pliers, I forgot to mention those. First, let's get these bolts off here. Now let's take these wires off first. These wires are just aluminum, so they bend really easy. I did buy a bag of new ones. They're like $6. But these aluminum wires have been off here twice in the last month. Y'all weren't here for it, but we took this piece of fence out about 4 weeks ago, so we could get a bunch of topsoil. I don't know if you can see the blue tarp over there, but there's topsoil under there, and we put a bunch up in the garden up there. So we actually had to dig this post out right here to get that topsoil through here with the trailer, which is what inspired me to put a drive-through gate here. Just peel it back to there for now. Those ones are 1/2 inch. We'll grab a 1/2 inch socket. So we should be somewhere right in here. We'll probably just leave that post there. It might look a little off, but I'm the only one that's gonna see it back here. We're gonna have to cut this top rail back, but not a big deal. I'll leave that sit there for now. So that pole's in there pretty solid. All right, so finished this project about 3 hours ago. Just sat out on the patio, cracked a beer, started editing the video, and didn't realize it, but my camera shut off at some point and cut out the piece where I hung this. So I thought I'd just throw something together real quick to drop in the middle of the video. But all I did was once I got that post pulled out of there, I just hung this gate on these two hinges just like you normally would, to get me a dimension across to the outside of here, and then added I think it was 3 inches for this latching mechanism in the middle here, and then added the length of the gate for the other side, and then determined where to stand that post on the other side. But I think that might be in the next piece of video. I didn't really watch it, but basically I think all you missed was digging that post out when it was here, and then hanging this gate here. And again, I only did that to measure it, to figure out where that other post was at. All right, kiddos, let's dig some holes. My flip-flop's about ready to break here. I've had these things for about 10 years. And a little piece in between there is about done. Of course, if you haven't noticed, I do everything in flip-flops. Well, except that one thing. Pretty obvious from back here it's not level. Ooh. Actually, it's showing it is pretty. Oh no, there we go. We got to check this measurement across the bottom. Make sure we're at 121 from oh, that bites. Our mark is clear over here. You thought we'd have did that before, right? about where she needs to go, right there. So we'll just soft fill around it for now to hold it upright, and then we'll come back and set it here in a minute once we think we're in a level spot. Okay, let me check my measurement one more time. Pretty good there, pretty good there. $121. So I'm good with that. I gotta take a flip-flop break. $10 years, that's good enough, I think. All right, kitty cats. Give me some water. Okay, so we're 121 inches inside to inside. The elevation looks pretty close. Looking at the clamp mark in the top of that post there. So now we're gonna put the dirt back around here and pack it right where it's at with my new flip-flops, my new work flip-flops. All right. So there's that. Now the next thing we want to do is get this thing back in place. So that means I'm going to have to get me a saw and a marker. Be right back. Okay, so I have a chop saw in the shop. I'm gonna take this in there, chop it off, bring it back, take me less than a minute. But if you're doing this at home and you don't have a chop saw, obviously a hacksaw would do it pretty easily. This is really thin, lightweight stuff. Pull this off that other pipe. Go ahead and cut this off and I'll be right back, my friends. All right, let's see how we did. Looking pretty spiffy. I should have cleaned up the end of that a little bit, but hey, fit on there, so. Where's my little wrench? Perfect. All right, that's a good thing. We can tighten that up. That will help hold this pole that way a little bit. I mean, there's nothing holding the other end. I could put a screw through it, but I'm not going to. Kind of wish I had that in there, but I don't. All right, so that pulls up. Next thing we're going to do is going to mount the hinges. I'm going to do that via, how am I going to do that? Let's see. I could go down from the top to get it started. I think I will. And adjust it from there. So the top of that hinge is 37.5 from the top. So this video camera's got an auto shut off on it. I hope you all didn't miss much, especially the hanging of that gate. Not real technical, but there might be some tips in there that would help. But I'm down to putting this lock mechanism on here. All right, so what'll happen is these will come together like this. And when they do, that pin in the bottom will fall into this pipe that I'm gonna bury in the ground right now. And to open it, we'll just pull it up out of the pipe at the bottom. This screw here will swing over top of here and stay open. Simple, simple, simple. Clears here. And if you put one of these in and it's tight, then I would suggest just, because you can swing them at the same time and kind of make them do that if you need to. But for this exercise, we're going to do this right here. That latched into place like that. So now I know where to bury my pipe at down here. You don't want this pipe above ground for obvious reasons, but you don't want it underground either because it's going to fill with dirt and you're going to have to clean it out from time to time. And I can tell you that from my own experience with the other gate. So that right there is about ground level, so that's where I'm going to leave it. What happened to my other glove? But it's not straight, so I need to move it over. Okay. All right, now I need to be on the other side for my dirt. So I could probably drop that whole thing down if I want to get more pin in the dirt, but I think we're okay there. some more pin in the pipe, I should say. And I probably won't bore you all with the details, but when I get this all done, I'll bring a garden hose over here, put water on these holes here to help compact that right away. I've never done this before, but I think my plan of attack is probably to get a couple wires to hold it up in the air here. While I try to stretch it, I think is a good place to start. Put them somewhere in the middle so they can slide if they need to. See how long these brackets are. Should do it. So, I'm sure there's probably a right way and a wrong way to do this, and this is probably the wrong way, but it's my way. One piece of chain link fence gone. And let's grab up these wires while this other shit's out of the way. Put them in a nice little pile there for later. It's a whole lot easier with two people, I can tell you that, because last time I did this, Sompit helped me. But I'm on my own today, so get this one started, that'll help. Okay. I gotta go get the drill. Sorry about that. I know you don't like looking at my ass. But too bad. So sad. So not exactly level here. Thinking it's the height of these. So we'll either drop that one down or lift this one up. I'm not sure yet, but you can see this one's low, this one's high. All that's going to take is loosen 2 bolts there and drop this down, or 2 there and lift that up. Either way, I'll probably drop this one down. Simply, well, I could lift that one up, I guess. I think I'll lift that one up and then drop the center pin down. All right, all we got left now is wire the fence back to the post and across the top rail here. Make that adjustment, and we're done. Not too bad of a project. I don't know, I probably not, what, an hour and a half or so. Didn't expect any problems, didn't have any problems. A little adjustment there, like I say. Different height here. All I'll have to do is loosen these up, raise them up till it's level, and then just lower this down so the pin stays in the hole, and I'm good to go. So questions, comments, thoughts, put them below. Thanks for watching our channel. Sompit and Kenny.
This morning